Good morning, dear students. Hope you are enjoying your online classes. We are discussing quantum mechanical model and we discussed about various important features of this model in previous class. So now we'll discuss quantum numbers again. Quantum numbers are, you can say that it is just like electrons address. These numbers are few constant values which are required to specify the position and energy of an electron in an atom कि atom में electron किस जगह पर है और उसकी energy क्या है, that can be defined by using these numbers, and these are designated by N, L and ML that describe size, shape, and orientation of atomic orbitals, respectively. One more quantum number was later used to specify spin of electrons, designated as ms or s. And these four set of numbers are called as quantum numbers. Let us discuss them one by one. First one is principal quantum number n. It represents the main energy level. Actually, this principal number is taken from the Bohr's model. Actually, Bohr ने जो assign किया था orbit, you can consider that electron cloud also extends up to that region. कि एक जो orbit है वो fixed boundary तो है, but उस radius तक आप assume करो कि electron cloud वहां तक स्प्रेड हुआ है, तो वो एग्जैक्टली वो पाथ नहीं है बट एरिया वही रहेगा. तो दिस प्रिंसिपल क्वांटम नंबर इज टेकन फ्रॉम बोहर्स मॉडल एंड it represents the number of shell. Actually, n means number of shell, that is principal quantum number. For k shell it would be 1, for l it would be 2, as you know, and it determines the energy because as we know that energy continuously increases when we go on or when we go away from the nucleus. So K shell has minimum energy whereas the outermost shells have higher energy. So if we know that where is the electron present at a time, so we also know the amount of energy it will have. So it determines the energy of an electron. It gives average distance of electron. एक आइडिया आपको मिल जाता है कि कितनी डिस्टेंस पे वो इलेक्ट्रॉन प्रेजेंट होगा. तो एवरेज डिस्टेंस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन फ्रॉम द न्यूक्लियस वी कैन हैव बिकॉज इफ वी नो द शेल तो वी नो द रेडियस ऑफ द शेल ऑल्सो. इट डिटरमाइंस द साइज ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन क्लाउड. अब इलेक्ट्रॉन क्लाउड का साइज भी एन ही बताएगा आपको, क्योंकि इलेक्ट्रॉन क्लाउड का साइज कितना होगा वो डिपेंड करेगा शेल जो है बोहर के मॉडल के अकॉर्डिंग, कि शेल की जो रेडियस है उतने ही डिस्टेंस तक वो इलेक्ट्रॉन क्लाउड वहां पे प्रेजेंट होता है. मीन्स थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस है ऑर्बिट एंड ऑर्बिटल में. ऑर्बिट वो फिक्स्ड रेडिया है, बस उसी रेडिया को अब आपने एक फिक्स्ड पाथ में कंसीडर नहीं करना, रादर अ स्प्रेड इलेक्ट्रॉन क्लाउड is the orbital. So size of electron cloud around the nucleus can be determined by principal quantum number. As we have seen that principal quantum number describes the size of a particular orbital. So as the number of n increases, means for smaller number of n, the size of orbital or the size of shell will be smaller. So as the number of n will increase, the size of orbital as well as the shell will also increase. Next is azimuthal quantum number L. It represents the angular momentum of an electron and it is represented by the symbol L. L actually can have values ranging from 0 to n minus 1. मतलब एक particular n वैल्यू के लिए L की जो वैल्यूज है वो 0 से n minus 1 तक हो सकती हैं, and each value of L is corresponding to a subshell. And if the number of L is 0, then it would represent S subshell. For L is equal to 1, it represents P subshell. For L equals to 2, it represents D subshell, and for L value 3, it represents F subshell, and for L value 4, it represents G subshell. So actually now you can think that बोहर ने सिर्फ ये बताया था कि मेन शेल है, बट अब क्वांटम मैकेनिकल मॉडल इससे आगे जा रहा है, जो हम कहते हैं कि एक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक एमिशन स्पेक्ट्रम में लाइंस क्यों स्प्लिट अप हो जाती हैं। एक पर्टिकुलर लाइन भी जब उसको आप सोफिस्टिकेटेड स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी के अंडर स्टडी करते हो तो वो फाइन लाइंस में डिवाइड हो जाती है। उसका रीजन क्या है, और जंप्स क्यों पॉसिबल है एक ही शेल में? दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ ईच शेल is further divided into सब शेल्स। और ये सब शेल्स आपको कैसे पता करनी है, एक शेल में कितनी सब शेल्स होंगी? दैट विल गिवन बाय दिस L नंबर, एंगुलर मोमेंटम ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रॉन। So this decides the number of subshell, as well as you can see that each subshell has a specific shape. S subshell has spherical shape, P subshell have orbitals in the shape of dumbbell, D subshell have double dumbbell shape, and F subshell are actually multiple lobe structures which are more complex in nature. So we can determine the shape of an orbital or a subshell in which the electron is present by looking at the value of L. And it also determines the relative energy of an electron. Means अगर आपको L वैल्यू पता है एक इलेक्ट्रॉन की, तो आप उसका relative energy भी बता सकते हो, क्योंकि एक ही पर्टिकुलर शेल में सारे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स की एनर्जी सेम नहीं होती। अगर वो इलेक्ट्रॉन S सब शेल में है तो वो लोएस्ट एनर्जी पे होगा, देन P एंड देन D एंड फाइनली F और G। मतलब जितना हम सब शेल्स में आगे S P D F G की तरफ जाएंगे, विद इंक्रीज इन वैल्यू ऑफ L 0 to 4 or so on, the amount of energy or the energy of the electron increases. So electron in S subshell have least energy. So we can also have the idea of relative energy of the electron, and it also gives the number of subshells in a particular shell, and the number of subshells are always equal to the total values of L. As azimuthal quantum number determines the shape of a particular subshell or orbital, you can say. So let us see what is the particular shape of orbital for a particular value of L. When L is equal to 0, the subshell is designated by the symbol S, means this is S subshell, and S subshell has spherical shape. And for value of L is equal to 1, we have P subshell, and this P subshell has dumbbell like shape, as you can see here in the figure. Blue colored figure is the P subshell. When L has value 2, then it is designated as a D subshell, and the shape of the D subshell or the D orbitals are clover or double dumbbell like. And when L is equal to 3, this is F subshell, and it has a complex shape. On the basis of number of L, all possible values of L, how we can assign the total number of subshells present in an atom. So for n value 1, that is K shell, for value of L, as we have discussed that L may have values ranging from 0 to n minus 1. So when n has value 1, then value of L would be 1 only, that is 0, and for 0 it would be S subshell. So we can notify it by using the value of n, that is 1, and then the name of subshell S. So 1S would be the subshell designation for this K shell, for the subshell present in K shell. And the number of subshell, as only one value of L is possible, so there will be just one subshell, 1S. For n value 2, that is L shell, the second shell, it has n value 2. So for value of n2, we will have two values of L, 0 and 1. For 0 it would be 2S, and for 1 it would be 2P. So total 2 subshells are present in second shell. Third level, that is the M shell, it has n value 3. थर्ड शेल है तो n की वैल्यू 3 है, तो पॉसिबल वैल्यूज ऑफ L आर 0, 1 and 2 according to the rule that it can have values 0 to n minus 1. So 0, 1 and 2, 3 values we have for L, and for all these 3 values we have 3 types of subshell, 3S, 3P and 3D. Here 3 is compulsory to write because it will tell the number of shell where these particular subshells are present. So total number of subshells in third shell, that is M shell, are 3. And the level 4, if we talk about, so we can see that there are 4 different subshells for these 4 values of L, 0, 1, 2, 3. And these subshells are designated as 4S, 4P, 4D and 4F. So total number of subshells are 4. Next is magnetic quantum number. This quantum number represents the orientation of orbitals in 3-dimensional space, and it is represented by the symbol ML, and it can have values, all possible values ranging from -L to +1 including 0. मीन्स L की वैल्यू जो है उस वैल्यू से नेगेटिव इंटीजर से स्टार्ट करके 0 इंक्लूड करके पॉजिटिव तक जाएगी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ L वैल्यू इज 1 तो ML values will be -1, 0 and +1. So we can say that there are total 2L plus 1 values for ML for each value of L. So it gives the number of orbitals. जितनी ML की values होंगी उतने ही orbitals present होते हैं, because each value of M gives a specific orientation और उस orientation के base पे orbitals बनते हैं. तो जितनी orientations possible है उतने ही orbitals possible होते हैं एक subshell के अंदर. तो number of orbitals are always equal to total number of ML values. So now we can see that what are the possible orientations of each orbital. So let us see first shell. First shell have just one subshell, that is S, और S की जो L value है that would be 0. तो उसके लिए एक ही orientation possible है, and hence S subshell has only one orbital. P subshell, it has value of L1. So there will be 3 M values, -1, 0 and +1. So for that reason P subshell has 3 orbitals. Similarly D subshell, because L value is 2, so it can have values -2, -1, 0, +1, +2. Hence it will be 5 different orientations and 5 orbitals are possible. And similarly for F there will be 7 orientations possible, because the values of M will have -3, -2, -1, 0, +1, +2, +3. So let us see now how these shells are further divided into subshells, and subshells have various types of orbitals. So we can have here in this right hand side diagram, first shell contains only one subshell and it has only one orbital, that is 1s. Second shell can have 2 subshell, as we have discussed while discussing the values of L. So 2 subshell, 2s and 2p, they will have 4 orbitals, 1 for 2s and 3 2p, because P subshell has 3 orbitals. Similarly third shell is divided, means third shell is divided into 3 subshell, 3s, 3p, 3d, और 3s में number of orbital 1, 3p में number of orbital 3 and 3d के number of orbital 5. ये number of orbitals कहाँ से मिल रहे हैं हमें? You can have a look at the table, possible values of M. M की जितनी values possible हैं ranging from -L to +L, these will decide the number of orbitals. So in this way you can say that number of orbitals depend on the number of ML values, and hence you can say that total number of orbitals एक shell में कितने होंगे? अब फर्स्ट शेल में एक ही ऑर्बिटल है, सेकेंड शेल 1s है एंड 3p है, तो टोटल 4 ऑर्बिटल्स. थर्ड शेल हैज 1s, 3p and 5d orbitals, so there are 9 total orbitals present in third shell, and fourth shell has 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, 16 orbitals. Next, last quantum number, which was given in 1925 by George Uhlenbeck and Samuel Goudsmit, and they actually proposed this quantum number to specify the spin, because electron while revolving around the nucleus also rotates on its own axis. So the spin orientation of an electron is to be determined, and this is given by this quantum number, which is called as spin quantum number. As you know that any object can rotate only in 2 directions, either clockwise or anti-clockwise. So hence electron can also rotate either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Hence it can have only 2 values, एंड दीज वैल्यूज आर इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ अदर क्वांटम नंबर. जैसे बाकी क्वांटम नंबर एक दूसरे पे डिपेंडेंट है, बट स्पिन क्वांटम नंबर इज इंडिपेंडेंट एंड इट हैज टू वैल्यूज प्लस हाफ और माइनस हाफ. एंड two orientation of electron spin can also be represented as upward arrow for plus half and downward arrow for half. So as you can say that for a particular orbital, only two, this is very important to know that there can be only two electrons in each orbital with opposite spins, and these are represented while we need to show electrons in an orbital. We write in this way, one upward arrow and the second is downward arrow. So now we can see how many electrons will be there in various subshells. As we know that each orbital can have only two electrons. तो number of orbitals जितने हैं एक shell में उसका डबल कर दो आप, तो मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 2 you will have the total number of electrons. For s orbital you will have just 2 electrons, so s subshell will have 2 electrons. p subshell which has 3 orbital px, py, pz, they will be 2 electron each, so you will have total 6 electrons in a p subshell. And d subshell will have 10 electrons, 5 multiplied by 2. Similarly, f subshell will have 7 orbitals, hence 14 electrons. Let us see now how many electrons are present in shells. अभी तो हमने डिस्कस किया सब शेल में कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं. अब टोटल नंबर ऑफ n जो है उसमें कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आएंगे, तो दैट यू कैन सिंपली कैलकुलेट बाय यूजिंग द फॉर्मूला 2n स्क्वायर एज इट इज गिवन बाय बोहर ऑल्सो. तो for otherwise you can see at this table. So depending on the number of orbital, as there are just one orbital in n k shell, so number of electrons would be 2. L shell has 4 orbitals, 2s and 2p, so there will be 8 electrons. थर्ड शेल जो m शेल है उसमें कितने टाइप के सब शेल्स हैं, 3s, 3p एंड 3d. तो 3s के लिए एक ऑर्बिटल, 3p के लिए 3 ऑर्बिटल एंड 3d के लिए हो गए 5 ऑर्बिटल. तो टोटल 9 ऑर्बिटल्स मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 2, 18 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स would be maximum can be there. And fourth shell जो n shell है that will have 32 electrons. So let's just revise all the things. You can use these formula to find the number of electrons or number of orbitals or subshell. Total number of subshells in a particular shell is always equal to n. मतलब एक shell कितनी subshells में divide होगी ये उसके principal quantum number पे depend करेगा. Total number of orbitals in a particular shell will be equal to n square. एक shell में कितने orbitals होंगे आप n square से find कर सकते हो. Total number of electrons in a particular shell is 2n square. Total number of orbitals in a particular subshell 2l plus 1, and total number of electrons in a particular subshell is 4l plus 2. And again you can revise these shapes. When L value 0, name of subshell is S and the shape of orbital is spherical. When L has value 1, this name designated as P subshell and the shape of that subshell or that orbital is dumbbell shape. When L is 2, then it is a D subshell and the shape would be double dumbbell or clover like shape. And when L3, then it is a complex shape F orbital, F subshell. Now simply practice these kind of how to assign notation to various subshells if you are given with quantum number. Suppose you are given n value 4 L3, तो 4 के लिए आपको सिंपली 4 as such लिखना है, n value and L को आपने subshell का नेम में कन्वर्ट कर देना है. When L is 3, we have discussed that it is F subshell. When n is 5 and L 0, तो 5 as it is you need to write, 0 will be for S subshell, so the subshell would be 5s. n2 L1, so it would be 2p. When n6 L4, it would be 6g. 4 जब होती है L की वैल्यू, then G subshell exist, and G subshell अदरवाइज अभी तक जितने भी पीरियोडिक टेबल में एलिमेंट्स हैं उनमें इंट्रोड्यूस नहीं हुई है, अभी कोई इलेक्ट्रॉन नहीं है G सबशेल के अंदर. व्हेन n इज इक्वल टू 4, L इज इक्वल टू 2, इट वुड बी 4d. तो इन दिस वे वी कैन असाइन वेरियस सबशेल्स Now I have given one assignment with this. Solve it, and for any problem you can call. Thank you and have a nice day.